With the local Long Beach Diary, it's Alan Holden. Head due east of Long Beach along Westminster or Pacific Coast Highway, and you'll soon be driving by barren scrub, with preserved marshland to the south and dotted with rows of earthen mounds to the north. These are magazines of ordnance, a fancy term for bunkers full of ammunition, missiles, torpedoes, and bombs. It's over 5,000 acres, and it's been under the control of the U.S. Navy since about 1944. To celebrate its 75th birthday, the Seal Beach Naval Weapons Station provided a rare glimpse behind the chain-link fence and barriers. We were able to tour a ship in port for replenishment and talk to the leaders who make it all work.
Lieutenant Commander Jesse Alvarez, Base Operations Officer here for Naval Weapons Station Seal Beach. You know, interesting enough, this is 75th anniversary here, and looking at the history, we go back a long time. About 3 years ago, I moved to this area, and I'll be retiring here, so my family and I have chose to stay. We really like it. I like the fact that here, out in town, you can tell that there's still a desire for the Navy, sort of a want for the good old days. This is one of the most pro-military areas I've been stationed at over 18 years in the Navy.
You know, we still miss the shipyard. It used to be across the bridge over there.
Yes, sir. I hear that a lot when I'm out in town in my uniform. Nothing but grateful citizens on all sides of the fence here, and we really do appreciate that here at Seal Beach.
America again shows the way to sea power. Across the nation, 14 ships are launched in one day. 1,400 more are on order. In California, a sideways launching of the fast cargo boat, the Alcoa Polaris.
I'm driving along Westminster Boulevard, and I'm looking out across the prairie there, and I see, mounds of earth.
Yes, sir.
What's in there?
That's where we store our ammunitions, and we store them underneath the earth like that for maximum safety for the community.
Sure.
Years ago, I would say the inventory was a little more exciting here at Seal Beach. We hold missiles for the ships, we hold bullets, ammunitions, and explosives, and unfortunately nothing much more sexy than that.
Bullets and bombs.
Basically, yes. And actually, it's only geared towards ships. Nothing special for aircraft, nothing special for like strategic weapons or anything like that. Really, all we do is very traditional, good old-fashioned guns and ammo.
Right, okay. Everybody's going to ask, you can't answer. How many nukes are there out there under those bumps of earth?
I do love getting that question, and our PO has given us pretty clear guidance. But I can say your listeners can rest easy at night knowing that that's not what we do here.
You would need a much larger mound of earth, I would think.
Yes, indeed.
So you've got the rows and rows and rows of bunkers out there. Wildlife?
The majority of our acreage here is actually considered a wildlife preserve. We have a very rare and one of the only undisturbed wetlands in Orange County and most of the Southern California area that you'll find that hasn't been developed, it hasn't been dredged. A very robust partnership with the Environmental Protection Agency, National Wildlife Fisheries Services, who are actually work here on the base.
I'm hoping to do a future piece where I get to tour the actual wetlands themselves.
Yes, and actually,
separate
we do have public tours once a month. Talk with Greg about that one.
My name is Greg Smith, and I'm the Public Affairs Officer for Naval Weapons Station Seal Beach. This is Al Holden. He's with KLBP.
Okay.
It's a local Long Beach radio station.
Okay, great. Thank you for coming out today. It's a community radio project.
My name is Captain Justin Kubu. I live in San Diego, and I've been the commanding officer of USS Princeton since August of 2017.
Look at this. Is this a boat or a ship?
This is certainly a ship. In the Navy, we don't have boats, we have ships. We
have dinghies.
We have small boats. That's a boat. The kind of thing we always say is you can put a boat on a ship, you can't put a ship on a boat.
Right, very good. Well, I'm glad we clarified that.
She's a Ticonderoga class guided missile cruiser. She was commissioned in 1989, so she just celebrated her 30th birthday. So that's pretty old for a ship, but she's still in great condition. The sailors do a great job of maintaining her, and we're happy to be here.
So it sounds to me like the first real thing she got to see was some Desert Storm stuff?
She was in Desert Storm. She was actually struck by 2 mines in Desert Storm.
Wow. Well, strike that. Desert Shield was before
Desert Shield and then Desert Storm, so she was there for both of them. So the crew back in Desert Storm was able to save her and get her safely into port. They got her repaired and put her back into the fight.
And she looks no worse. You've had some work done, but you look great.
She appreciates it. Yeah, she's an old girl. She needs a lot of attention, but she's doing well.
Pepper me with trivia.
So the ship is 567 feet long.
Right.
Okay, she's 55 feet wide, so she rolls quite a bit.
Yeah.
We've got right now about 350 crew members on board. When we are our full complement, when we're getting ready to go deploy overseas, we'll bring a helicopter detachment on, and our manning will be plussed up, and we'll be close to about 400 people on board.
So a helicopter fits on here somewhere.
We can actually carry 2 helicopters.
Oh yeah, I see the flight spots.
So the back where the people are standing, that's our flight deck. And so we can land and launch 1 helicopter at a time, but we can keep 2 on board. We have a hangar right in this area where we'll keep both the helicopters
hangar?
in there. Yep.
Oh my goodness! Is there anything you don't have on here?
We don't have a swimming pool. We don't have a Lido deck, no shuffleboard or anything like that.
No,
so.
that's okay. I'm sure you guys are probably a little too busy. I appreciate your time.
Al?
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Enjoy your time. Have you been on board yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Enjoy your tour.
We'll probably embed him with a tour group in a little while here,
Okay.
sir.
Great.
I can actually tell somebody that I was embedded at one point.
There you go. Yeah. Mean streets of Seal Beach, California.
Yeah, I know. I was embedded.
This here is the bridge, or pilot house if you want to call it. You have different watch teams here. You have the helmsman and the lee helmsman. The helmsman is the one who steers the ship. All right, and this guy who steers the ship is an 18-year-old kid, all right, who's been trained on how to steer the ship. You have your navigation team over here, a navigator on this table with her team. You have the officer of the deck who's in command of the pilot house in the absence of the captain. When the captain comes on board, the captain assumes command.
You'd expect the wheel to be bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people do expect the wheel to be bigger.
Yeah, more nautical. Damn it.
It's more like a steering wheel now.
Yeah. This thing's more like the Autopia.
The newer LCS, Littoral Combat Ship, has a very tiny one. It's a chair and a little knob, essentially. It's not even a wheel.
Oh man.
Wow.
Damn
All right,
kids.
So next spot we're going to go, we're going to ask that you guys put your cell phones away. No cell phone usage is allowed in there, and no picture taking is also not allowed in there as well.
Audio is okay, right?
Yeah, all right, we're going to go down these stairs out here. We're going to pass the captain's cabin, where the captain holds his meetings, where he does his work. And in the back, you'll see a door going to the back. That's where he actually sleeps when we're out to sea.
The captain sleeps?
Yeah, he gets very little sleep, but he sleeps.
Yeah. All right then. What sort of tactical incendiary devices were those?
So we actually have a lot of life rafts and buoys over there.
Right on the other side of the life raft. What sort of incendiary devices were those?
Oh, were you talking about the barbecues? Yeah, well actually we have the Steel Beach. So that's what we have, grills, burgers.
Everybody here? All right, let's go on down this one more ladder well.
Ladder well.
Yes. That's a ladder? Well. Thank you. I'll be here all day. Yeah. Now see, this has more of a Red October look to it.
It looks kind of like the movies. Somebody said it looks like the movies. I'm like, yeah, well, the movies got there.
Yeah, where did they get their ideas from?
Exactly.
I imagine the weapon station's probably turned off right now.
I don't want some alarm start sounding.
Yeah.
Everybody out.
Junior launched a missile again.
So this is CIC. CIC stands for Combat Information Center. This is kind of the brains of the ship. All right, we literally fight from this position. So every weapon on board the ship, with the exception of the 50 cal, every other weapon on board the ship is fired from this room. One area may be in charge of air defense. One area may be in charge of the guys behind this curtain over here. It's very secret stuff. Those guys track subs back there. The guys that work in here are operations specialists. They're called OSs.
So behind this curtain, is that the wizard on duty?
He's the wizard on duty.
Right.
No.
The great Oz has spoken. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
A lot of my stuff is really secret. Like, even to come in here, I can't just walk in here. I have to have an escort when I come in. So of course they turned everything and made it sanitized before y'all came on here. So these things that are covered up here are our decoys. We'll shoot those off, and the ship will try to divert its way to get out the way of it.
So these decoys, they eject a little device that electronically gives the impression of a ship?
Correct.
I see. I'm thinking of the autopilot in Airplane, the movie, you know, the inflatable big
Oh yeah, no, that's a big balloon thing. It just released like a poof or something in it.
Very interesting. You comrades, go ahead. I'm going to stay here and tie my shoe.
Doesn't work that way.
Are we going to be anywhere where there's going to be more bridge chatter?
Most of our stuff is turned off both because we're in port and due to the nature of this station.
Yeah. There's a guy here with a recorder. I mean,
Right, yeah.
Even when a ship is at sea, the bridge is a pretty quiet place. It's like, you're only speaking if you're giving information that is critical to what's happening at that moment.
Yeah. They don't sing shanties?
Not so much, no.
That was horrible. I regret even saying that.
Maybe not in the bridge, but I'm sure in certain spaces they'll like the shanty.
119 shipyards rush construction of 2,831 ships for the Navy, a fleet for liberty.
I'm just curious, are there coyotes and roadrunners out there amongst the munitions?
There is a significant amount of wildlife out there. We do have a coyote population on the base, and as you know, the coyotes are protected. The idea is keep them in the natural open lands rather than funnel them into people's neighborhoods. But
do any of the coyotes attempt to get into the munitions to pilfer any of the round bombs with the fuses sticking out of them?
No, but we do have a stockpile of anvils that we keep to distract the coyote, the wily coyotes.
We try. Actually, the coyotes got a single source deal with the Acme Corporation. We are contractually forbidden from providing anything to the coyote because of that.
Yeah. Labor. You got it. It's those labor contracts.
It really is.
Here's some onshore entertainment provided by the Navy's official rock and roll band, the Destroyers. Thanks to Lieutenant Commander Jesse Alvarez, Base Operations Officer, Captain Justin Kubu, and Greg Smith, Public Affairs Officer, and all the men and women of the Naval Weapons Station and USS Princeton. For KLBP, Low Power FM, the Long Beach Radio Project, I'm Alan Holden.